Oh, I think I've seen him before. I've seen him before. Yeah. Yeah, nah, hey, that's crazy. Nah, man, you'd be surprised, man, when people do it. I feel like he ended up getting. I feel like he ended up getting accosted after filming something because he ended up going away. So I know exactly you're talking about black guy, and he was letting know like, yeah. They were constables. So what I'm saying is here in the city, that exchange happened where a constable came to, issue an eviction, and the man that he was evicting lost his life. You know what I'm saying? It's oh yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just so that you know, I have you in headphones, but I am streaming on 3 different platforms, and so at any point, if you want to be put on speakerphone, I'd love to have you on speakerphone, and we can continue to converse. But at that point, you'd have to be particularly careful about any type of profane language. Or okay, okay, all right, because. Well, because I am. You're in the headphones. Yes, and so, but I think I know that you possess, and we talk about this a lot. I know that you possess the common sense that it requires to engage in fruitful debate. Listen, because no, because you're not really engaged in, certain, genres, certain like politics, or to a certain degree, or like religion to a certain degree. So the fact that you don't know about it gives you a chance to, like, not ask biased questions. You feel me? So my thing is this. I would love to engage that because you're the perfect person to ask about that. But I want to put you on speakerphone. This, we talk about this all the time. You know what I mean? And I want to put you on speakerphone so that you can ask your common sense questions as to what you've seen on Facebook. Okay, we'll try to do it. You'll give me a cue when he can't do it anymore. Okay, so all right. All right. So basically, I'm just want to just further contextualize this for our friends that are listening, because we are streaming, you guys. And my name is Whitney Clark. I am a write-in candidate for Detroit City Council here, District 5. We are in the middle of a water crisis here in the city, but it's not the type of crisis that you're going to see on the news. It's not the type of crisis that you're going to hear a lot about, and that's why we're reaching out to you on these platforms to ensure that we can have a conversation. Now, I'm just kind of setting the stage contextually for that, because I know that's going to be a portion of our conversation. But on speakerphone, I have a personal childhood friend who's a big homie, and we're doing a couple of things at once. We're talking behind the scenes, semi off the record, but he's a legitimate personal friend, and so we don't talk. We everything that we say is not always politically correct, and so I just wanted to ask him to agree that he's going to talk as though his friend is running for public office. If we can be honest, right? All your friends are from church. This is the friend that's not from church. So, nevertheless, as you may have heard me mention a moment ago, he is a person who is, he is objectively inquisitive about the things that he doesn't know, and the people that aren't educated about a particular topic, more than likely they also aren't biased about it. They have the greatest chance to ask just the common sense questions. You know what I mean? Like, and so we were mentioning that here on the headphones a minute ago. We were mentioning that a minute ago on the headphones, and I said, no. I insist. Let's talk about this on the record, because we want to ask what we need in our politics is common sense. That's what we're missing. We're missing just common sense. And so the fact that he's not, you know, from the left or the right, he's just a normal guy that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an extraordinary father, and he's an extraordinary business person and employee. But for the context of what we're talking about and for the topics that we are going to be discussing for a few moments, he's not, you know, he's not educated on that. So again, he doesn't ask biased questions. So again, I wanted to set that stage and, you know, give that context because I want you to repeat the question that you asked before I put you on speakerphone. You said what?
I was just asking about the water crisis I seen you posting about because, to my knowledge, I thought the Flint water crisis was over. I remember years ago they were talking about it, and then it disappeared. So I'm thinking like it got resolved. But when I seen you posting that again, I was just surprised that the water's still that dirty and that, you know, contaminated.
And the reason that is, the Flint thing is a little bit different, and I actually just met some people from Flint, but I still haven't been to Flint. I gotta go up there, put my boots on the ground up there because they've got elections wrapping up. But and so does Pontiac. But long story short, bro, the water system here, it's managed by people. Watch this. It's managed by people that don't live in the city. And so with infrastructure like this, and you being an engineer, you know that like at certain points, you just literally have to turn things around, right? Keyword for somebody like you. You got to turn things around. You got to change these pipes. You got to maintain them. But the people that have to, like, you know, in order to do that, you've got to like sacrifice some of your profit and set it aside to reinvest in the maintenance. That's what you got to do. But you're not keeping the maintenance up because you don't live in the city. The maintenance in your city, in the suburbs, I'm pretty sure it's better than this. It's got to be better than this.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Like for big cities, you might consider that. I know Detroit's smaller, but places like New York and like big cities, old cities, man, that's a huge project, man. Them pipes are lead and whatever they may use in the past, and that's not an easy project. If you want to do that to one single house, that's a big project. Imagine trying to do a big old project of breaking all the pipes and digging it all out. And I don't know. I thought it was fixed by now, but I've seen that dirty water you posted in.
But the thing of it is, but okay, so then it's a big project. So if it's a big project and it's an election year, then why don't you get out in front of it and talk about what's going to happen so that we can be notified? Because now we're at a place where it's like, can we drink the water? Can we not? It's a big listen, this is an old city. This is an old city, and you guys are in the process of trying to invite upper middle class families, people that can live anywhere in the country, and this is a big undertaking. Why aren't you communicating to us where we are? We've tested the water today and it's almost ready. Like, they're just saying, go get some buckets of water, bro. Like, who? What? You want me to?
The best thing I could suggest is the city needs to come out with a program that really pays like up to 80% of a water filtration system on each person's house. If they can't fix the major problem, there are solutions to like get some type of like system. They're expensive. They're like reverse osmosis. I don't know what it is, but I don't know exactly what it's called, but they got like these good, nice water systems that you can install per house. And I don't know how much they are, like I said, but if the water is that dirty and that nasty looking, they can at least come out with some grants or something to like install individual water filters on each house. And I know that sounds crazy, but if they can't fix the bigger problem, then they can attack it house by house and like at least have some clean water for
okay,
people to,
watch this. Attacking it house by house is a matter of philosophically seeing all the people the same. You gotta see every house is equally important. And the thing that really is tripping me out is that my house just so happens to be next to downtown, the county building. So I'm just like, Well, man, you know, hell, everybody else in the city hates the people that live downtown for whatever reason. And my thing is like, well, hell, downtown ain't even got clean water. So what is going on? And if it's a big project, then why aren't you communicating with the people that can live anywhere about it?
They say how do you eat an elephant? It's one piece at a time. So let's say a big old water project for all the pipes in the city will be 500 million or like half a billion or whatever. Well, they need to just do 30 people at a time or 40 people at a time and give them clean water systems. Like they got these nice, you look them up, they're like $8,000 a piece, but they work, and I don't know, they may be cheaper, I don't know, bro, but if they can't do the $500 million project, they can at least give some people who qualify for it, you know, something like 80 systems, I don't know, I don't even know how to break it down, but like 80 systems a month, and they can just check them off piece by piece by piece and start in the poorest neighborhoods and work their way up.
Oh yeah, well, see, that's the thing too, my brother. The idea, that novel concept of starting in the poorest neighborhoods. Like, I don't know where you from, what rock you been living under. In a city like Detroit, the way it's ran, it's all the rich people first, baby. The rich people eat first every time, all the time, 2 times on Sunday. So don't question that. You will. What you say? What you gonna start doing right in the poor neighborhoods? Boy, where you from?
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like, dang, man, they should at least have some type of, I don't know, man.
You know my thing. This is my thing. If this is the way that it is, because I talked to the maintenance man who lives in the building as well, and my thing is, I said, well, what's up with the water? What's the latest with the water? What should we do? Because, you know, the first couple of nights we went to Planet Fitness, and he was like, yeah, man, I just got some, man, it's Detroit, man. That's what he said. It's Detroit, man. I just went and got some gallons of water. And my thing is this. That ain't what y'all telling us on the news. Y'all telling us the city is on and popping. And I'm telling you, in cities that got their stuff together, man, listen, now I hear what you're saying, my brother. I'm saying where I'm located, this shouldn't be happening. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Where I'm located, this really should not be happening. And if this is happening, why aren't we, particularly in an election year, out in front, respecting the intellect of the people we invited into this space?
How close was that city? How close was that video that you took? Like, what neighborhood was it in? Was it close to you, or was it?
What video? You talking about?
The dirty water.
The fire hydrant?
No, there was dirty water in the sink and flooding in the.
Oh, that was in my restroom, in my sink.
Oh, it's not drinkable?
No. Oh wait. No. They said. Watch this. They said. No, it's not drinkable. They said you can. At one point, it just was obviously not good. At this point, it's like you can wash in it, you can bathe in it, but you shouldn't drink it.
Man,
Like what?
that's crazy.
Huh? So does that mean that we are under a boil order? Like what? Like if you think this is a world-class city, then that means you've got world-class citizens. Uh-oh. And so respect my intellect and tell me if I can drink my damn water or not. Excuse me.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Can I drink my water, yes or no? And why aren't you out in front respecting the type of city that you say this is? Or am I missing something? You said this is a world-class city. You said the city was back. And the water is like, come on, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So you're saying that they got a budget for do they even have a budget for, like, I don't know if y'all call them projects, what do y'all call them, the homes, or like the poorest people, like how do they section that stuff off, like the miles, what do they call it, 8 miles, 7 miles, like the people who were in the poorest city?
Now there are like places in every hood, in every portion of the city that can be pointed to as a beacon of hope, but they are just that, a beacon of hope in a dark space, right? That's what they are. It's a beacon of hope in a desolate land. And so by and large, it's like it's those beacons of hope and downtown. And pretty much everybody else has been waiting for the last decades. Like, bro, this is like, and we weren't there. This has got to be like no joke, bro. Like Atlanta in like the 1940s. Like, seriously, bro, this is crazy.
I'm not studied up on that. Was it bad over there in the 40s?
It's just like it's almost like I don't want to say the 40s. Let me just say the 70s or like the late. Because it's like the line is there, but it's not there.
It's like backwoods Mississippi.
Yeah, bro. It's like, okay, so basically, so let me just basically tell you what it is. Okay, so they say the city of Detroit is back, right? Bam, it's back booming. But what that really means when you like live boots on the ground, what it really means is they've cleaned up the city enough for the rich people to come down and enjoy it. And they built up like highways where you can almost travel through it. And again, they've got a lot of beautiful neighborhoods and a lot of different beacons of hope. But by and large, people feel like the neighborhoods have not seen the type of respect and man. So when they say the city's back, it's like it's back for us to come up here, have a good time, go to the Lions game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can come get our contracts, huh? Come get our contracts and
you were like, oh man, this is funny. But you were like, they said the CEO of Marathon just parked his yacht. Did you say the CEO who parked their yacht like right there by the downtown to watch the game or to do something? You said somebody parked their yacht. I forgot who it was.
I can't remember. Was it that?
I think you said they said the CEO of Marathon just pulled up in his boat.
Yeah. When was that?
I forgot what it was. What event it was.
Yeah. No, that like
they're building highways through the city and stuff, man. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
I didn't have no clue about it until people started telling me about this as of recent. But that's how they did in Houston. Like when why certain areas in Houston look like Louisiana, like little Louisiana shotgun houses.
Yes.
Because when the emancipation happened or whatever, they came and the slaves migrated towards the Houston area, and they were coming up in like the places that nobody wanted, the flooding areas. And then when they found out, okay, they're building up, they started building highways through black communities.
Oh, that's what they did here. But listen, so let me tell you about this too, my brother. Okay, so that's crazy because they also have this highway up here.
So it's Emancipation Avenue.
Well, oh yeah. I know you're talking about in the city, but I'm saying out here in the city, they have this highway that did exactly what you just described. They built it in the middle of
right through the black communities to try to run them off or whatever.
But okay, but watch this. Fast forward to the end of the life cycle of a highway, right? Because bridges and highways, they have a lifespan. They're only good for so long, so you have to either rebuild them or do a massive repair, or you can reimagine the space. But the highway is federal land, right, owned by the state, and so now they're trying to take the highway down and sell the space, right? They're gonna sell the space, back to the people. But watch this, Ayo. The people are arguing, why don't you make sure that you sell it back or give it back to the people that you took it from? And they're saying, no, that's not the nature of the project. The nature of the project is to just reimagine the space. And it's like, bro, man, it's crazy.
Basically like gentrify it again.
And my thing is this, and you know what I said? You really hate to accuse these Democrats of gentrification because that's the word that they hate. They try to silence you if you say that. But in reality, it's not hard to do. The only difference between like gentrification and like not gentrification, or the opposite of gentrification, is involving the people. Y'all smashing the people that's here. Y'all not listening to the people that's here. If you want to do a project, do a project. Like, we need projects, but you're not really listening to the character. Like, you already know how it is, especially you with your traveling ways, and I think you've evolved as a traveler. But, it's only so much changing you can do to a space, until it's not the space anymore. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's only so much changing. So the things that makes this space beautiful and gives it its character, it's the same thing that you're trying to strip the people of. Like, and you're doing it in the name of what? Stop playing with us, because it's a world-class city. And the people that are here now.
They mask the projects and they're like, we're going to help the city out, but they're just drowning. They're just clearing certain people out. They're just trying to get rid of certain people.
Man, and the way that they do it is so, the thing of it is the way that they do it here is, it's like out of a movie. Because the have and the have-nots is clear. You can see it, like, you can see it. There's like the bourgeoisie black, and then just like the have-nots. It's so visible. And it's like, you notice that what happens here is they kill some of the blacks, either politically or, you know, whatever. They kill them in the public. That's what they do to some of them. And then they pay some of the other ones and their family members, right? Like, give you a couple of examples so that people can say that, like, no, it is working. Like, and so those people essentially carry the water of the oppressor, and then everybody else really has to, like, just put their back against the ropes and just like.
Oh yeah, and that also leaks into the education system too. That's a big part of it.
Man, but listen, we got them talking about it now. We're pushing it. We're pushing it so much now that they got the mayoral candidates starting to say, yeah, we need to do something with the schools. But you know what the thing of it is you can still tell that they're playing it cool. They're still playing it cool, and
How about we make sure all kids can read before they get gone to the next grade? That's a big part you were talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't. How about you can, that's a big part y'all can come up with and just say, how about we make sure the kids can read? I know that sounds crazy to say that in 2025, but how about we make sure all the kids can read before we just pass them to the next grade?
My thing is this though, and we're seeing it and challenging it and testing it now, but we've got to work interconnect. Like, we've got to work school district and city government and like the private sector. Like, we've got to dance in the public to make this work. You know what I'm saying? But they also do it like, oh, this is the school district. We have no autonomy. We don't do that. We don't. Like, it's like everybody, all of the leaders here in the city act like the city of Detroit is Walmart. And if I work.
Bring back the town square meetings like back in the day, town square meetings.
But listen. Everybody acts like the city of Detroit is Walmart, and so if you work, and this is no disrespect to the good employees at Walmart, but I just want to give an analogy. If you work in the produce section, you're not going to help me in the clothes. That's not your department. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You know where the socks are. Just take me there. Like, I know you don't work in this department, but you work in this store. And at the very least, you can lead me to someone who works in that department and show me the handoff and the collaborative effort and show me the cohesive customer service. But no. That's not my department. And we don't mess with them. So don't talk about that if you want to talk about this.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, the result of that is the kids can't read, the water's brown. What?
You know when you have a bad day, a bad start at the house, and your mama yelled at you, you got a whooping, or you didn't eat breakfast, and you have a bad day at school, you ain't gonna learn what it's like. It starts at the home. So imagine waking up to dirty water, no food, and then you gotta go to school, and it's broken anyway, and they ain't teaching you nothing, and
Well, I'll tell you this. Let me put this in your coffee. The reason that I'm on this thing right here is because for the last 3 days I've had to go into the office. For the last 3 days I've had to go into the office, and today is a campaign trail day, and today is a campaign trail day, and God bless his heart. And I'm starting my day and getting my day started in the house. So I'm eating in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was going into the office, so what I did the other day is just took a dry towel, my toothbrush, you know what I'm saying, and toothpaste, and I was going, why do that at the office? Okay, no big deal. But I'm getting the day started here today, right? So I'm trying to make my food, and I can't even wash come on, like, we old school now. The first thing you do when you cook is what? Wash your dishes.
Wash your hands.
The first thing a real OG cleans his kitchen before they cook. And I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I had to eat cereal this morning. No big deal. God is good. But my point is, like, it's in your face today. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I came home. She got me mad I said this. I came home what was it yesterday and or the day before yesterday, and Tyranny's really, by God's grace, she's really always an upbeat person, and so whenever she's less than, it's noticeable. But now during the whole day in here and literally watching your little girl's face break out because there's no fresh water, it's like it's in your face. You're reminded. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me touch something. Oh, I need to wash my hands. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, like, stop telling us that the city has its stuff together when the city don't have its stuff together. And we refuse to go through another election cycle and not address the real issues. Like, stop playing with us. If you want real families here in the city, then you gotta come correct. It's not the old Detroit.
I just don't see where they would get that big old chunk of money for such a large project.
And the thing of it is you know better than anybody, my brother. They find the money for what they want to find the money for. Now talk to me.
See, man, the first thing they got to do is like estimate how much the project will cost. But nobody, we're just talking about random numbers, like how much will that cost? First of all, and if they don't know that, then they really ain't gonna do nothing about it. You got to get a number first. What's the number? Nobody knows, do they?
Well, I think they've touted some numbers, and my thing is the narrative of acceptance that we have to push back at. And I want people to understand what makes a world, like what makes a club a good club. The people that go to the club. It don't matter if it's got sections and bars and liquor. If it ain't no nice females there, it's not a good club. So what I'm saying to you is, if this is going to be a world-class city, it's only going to be a world-class city because it has attracted effectively world-class citizens. And world-class citizens do not bathe their children out of gallon jugs. We don't do this. We don't care how it was. We don't do this. This is not acceptable. This is not the norm. And guess what? Before you get elected, you're going to have to address this.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I can't believe the water is still contaminated.
Man, listen. And my thing of it is, it's worst right now because it might be okay. So that means I can be drinking it for the next 3 days, and it wasn't okay. Huh? And then you get cancer in 20 years.
Sometimes it clears up, and sometimes it's like that.
Man, this is the first time it's been like this. They had some, they had the water main break. They had the water main break over the winter time.
You need to find a way to go to the city's water treatment plant and take a tour. Just tell them you want to take a tour, just like see what it looks like in there.
Water treatment plant. I think that would be actually a great idea. I'm gonna look into that.
You need to go to the water treatment plant and like turn it to Aaron Brockovich. And go, no, for real, you need to go see let's take a look at the water treatment plant. If everything's okay, let's do a live interview.
Because basically, this is what they said. This is what they said on the news. One report that I recall hearing is that they were doing a repair. They had a project they were doing, and I don't know if I heard this from the news or from a citizen. The story gets changed so easily. But I remember being told that someone hit a wrong pipe, like someone hit the wrong pipe, or hit an old pipe. They hit an old pipe or a wrong pipe, and the rust or whatever it may be started, coming through. So what they did.
It's called leaching. It leaches into the good material.
That's a term that I heard. Yes, that's a term that I heard. So what they said is that they were going to open the fire hydrants and let the water flush itself out. Sounds like a great theory. But then this morning on the news, they say what? The highway is flooded.
Oh, wow.
Listen, then this morning they say the highway is flooded because of a running fire hydrant downtown. And I'm just like, that is incompetent city management. That's what it is. Listen.
That's the same thing that happens at the plant, bro. Like if you got people that making decisions, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of all this stuff, but we have these things called lift down stations, and it's like people can't understand. Like we're getting rid of the dirty water, and there's not infinite. It's not just a big infinite hole we can put it in. So if we back up at the lift station, we'll flood the whole plant, and it's just like people just gotta think about like what's downstream, not downstream.
I'm with you.
You gotta think what's up the road on it.
I'm with you.
It's just, you know what I mean.
So let me push back on this. Do people have to think about that, or do you have to explain that? Because all I know as an everyday person, I'm talking about I'm on the phone with an engineer though, So you are a regular person, yes, God is good, but then you're an engineer and you understand these processes, and me dibble and dabble in the oil field understands to a degree what you're talking about. But I'm talking about the young lady, the old lady that's up the hallway. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the old, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you've got to break this down and make sure that you've got communication pathways that can reach the least of these to ensure that they know when it's safe to drink the water that comes out of their sink. If there's a question, if you've got a world-class city, if you've got the type of city and apparatus that is going to be compared and competing with Los Angeles, Miami, if that's the level of Houston, Atlanta, if that's the level that you're on, then when the building next to the downtown building is water has a shut off, you're gonna say, hey.
My bad. I didn't hear you earlier. You said sometimes the water is clear and sometimes it's dirty. It clears up and then goes back.
No, this is the first time that this has ever happened in recent recollection. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the first time this has happened to this degree. Now we heard about the water shut off. I mean, the water main break that happened in Southwest Detroit. You know what I mean? And so that was that. But I also think it's incumbent of the journalists and the storytellers to like have some damn backbone. Like connect the dots. You know what I mean? Like connect the dots, bro. Like this speaks to a larger issue that the people that manage and maintain this system either are incompetent or don't respect the intellect of the people that they've invited here. You got to talk about it and tell us what's going on. Because water's a right. Remember? You are infringing upon one of my human rights. You owe me transparency and communication. Right? Or am I missing something?
And what do you, whenever you make this argument about this at the place, that they kind of just brush it off?
Well, the thing is Detroit. But my thing is, don't tell me it's Detroit in the hallway and then on the big screen and on the news and on the media say Detroit's back. You feel me? Because you told me that's the level that we are, that's the level of execution of these type of projects. You know what? I would much rather you cut the water off for 4 days and give me a month or advance notice so I can make the proper preparations. That's fine. That's okay. Just give me enough time to plan and adjust, because the water's going to be down for 4 days. It's going to be down, and if you can plan that far ahead, then hopefully you can reduce that window. Okay, we're not going to have water for 24 hours. That's fine. As long as I've got the confidence that on Monday when it's on, it's safe. It's going to be off all day Tuesday, and then when it's on Wednesday, let me just run it for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, and it's going to be safe again. Like, you feel me? I'd rather have that.
I'm gonna give you what, my bad. What were you saying?
No. Hold on. Who is it? How's it going?
You're on the list?
Yes, ma'am.
Spray it? Okay.
Mhm.
He's gonna come on in and spray it.
Okay.
Well, kitchen and bathroom, not you.
I'm sorry?
I said, well, your kitchen and bathroom, not you.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you busy in here?
Yeah, you can come on in. Come.
I'll hit the bathroom.
You
first.
get the bathroom first. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't certain that you guys were knocking. My apologies. because of the.
Yeah, I wasn't knocking too hard.
Yeah, and the aerodynamics. You know, if somebody opens up their door, it'll rattle our door sometimes.
I know.
So that's why I didn't. My bad. Thanks, Mom. See, that's why she's my better half. That's what I'm talking about. Exhibit A. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had an analogy for you. So
I
basically,
mean, I won't give you any good results on it.
And did you? And so what? That we saw some in the. Did you spray the rooftop, the air ventilation system?
No, we don't do that.
Where did you?
It's baseboards in the kitchen and bathroom.
Okay.
Because if we spray air vents and stuff, it'll never dry. So it's just going to continuously spewing out fumes into your house. And
Okay.
That's it.
So what happened is I saw two of them up there in my theory in my little peanut galleries. That maybe they came from potentially. So that's kind of why. And even if you wanted me to agree to not use it for a few days.
So, I'm gonna swing this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The main thing is we'll put some case in the cabinets and stuff.
This gentleman has not agreed to be on camera, so we're going to turn. I just want to turn this because you haven't agreed to be on camera. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the main thing is I'll do.
hello.
Yeah, what's up? Cause I can hear you.
You know, like what
All
you
right,
do
so
in the
I'm
cabinets.
gonna give you like a brief little like
And that
some
that's
of
gonna
my
break it
opinions
down,
and stuff.
eat that, and then that's gonna
You know
not from
how,
upstairs into someone else.
Hold on real quick, AL. So this is going to
So it'll-
attract them?
Yes, only for one thing. They're not gonna take anything from Joe Schmo's house or anything like that. So don't worry on that aspect. But it's
Okay.
just whatever's in here, they're gonna eat that and they're gonna take it back to the nest and they're gonna share it with the family and that's what's gonna be like I mean, think of it as
Yeah.
COVID,
I
you
get the
know?
concept. Yeah, this is a virus. It's poison. Yeah, right.
We're just not allowed
That
to
is-
say certain words.
Yeah, that attracts that attracts. Yeah, okay, I get it. I'm with you.
And they'll eat that and everything that's in the walls will come out. You know, not necessarily all at one time, but you know, periodically you might see one run in and eat some of that bait. Give it about 5-10 days and you can start to notice it.
Okay. And like I said, it wasn't a frequent. This feels more preventative. I've only saw 2 little ones, but I know that where 2 little ones are, there might be 5 big ones, right? So
Right. Or and again, it could also just been them too.
Yeah.
You know, from treating someone else's unit.
right, and that's why I just wanted to be
You know, or when we treat
preventative.
the hallways.
Right,
sometimes they
right.
Scurry away.
Right. So that's kind of why I was saying about that. All right. Appreciate you. Give me 2 more seconds. I'm almost done, boss.
And then I give the deed. You kind of know where you're seeing stuff. I'll just let you put them where you see them.
Okay, and then this is just like the sticky joints.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to use it.
Okay.
So you want to go this piece, not this one, but this one.
Mhm.
And then it'll go pretty much just go square.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of just toss it wherever you want.
Okay, perfect.
And again, that's one of those things, whatever's in the unit, it'll attract it. Nothing outside of the unit.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. Appreciate it, boss.
Yeah, it'll just kind of help you tell what's in the house and how much activity, if it's decreased, increased.
Is there any more? What's the latest on the water? Is it 100%? Is it 50%? 75%?
We haven't gotten any from the water people.
How's that? And you're in the building now, huh? So how's that feeling? How you showering? If you don't mind me asking, is that?
Oh, I'm with my sisters, but I mean, it's not the building, it's
I know.
Detroit.
I know. But it's so you know what else it is in Detroit? An election year. That's my damn point. You know what I mean? And we get it. It's not you guys. You know what I mean?
Well, for a lot of residents who are like, prove it's not you guys, because we have issues. Obviously, we're like, okay, call the number. One resident called the number.
Oh, we've seen the news.
Yeah, and then one resident called the number and they said, don't drink it, but you can bathe in it. I said, what?
Yes. There's no respect for people's common sense here. It's a thing. You know what I mean? And that's why I didn't want to insult your intelligence, but I know what poison. You know what I mean? Like, I know what.
I just can't say certain words.
Yeah, right.
No, but I'm serious. Like, that's almost like a theme. It's like, well, then if this is the issue, then come and say something. Like,
I mean, I know everybody
Tell
knows
us.
water's clear, so residents have started using their water again.
but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nothing came, but they haven't sent, but we haven't gotten an email saying,
but you're telling the rest of the country that this is a world-class city. No, you know what I mean? I don't know if I can safely wash my hands right now.
yeah, because, well, listen, they said, what, it'll take 3 to 4 days, but they never tell us when it's okay.
That's what I'm
That's the
saying.
problem. And now you just got people just using it because they see that it's clear, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna use it. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Sorry, thank
Yeah.
you.
Alrighty. Like, bro, that doesn't compute. That's just not, that don't compute to me. It's weird to me. That it's like this, like we're the bomb, but this is what we do. Like, bro, like, fix it. This is.
Basically what can you hear me?
I'm with you, boss. Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Basically what I was saying, bro, is all I'm saying is like the people in charge of that stuff, right? Everybody got the job. Police officers are human beings, teachers are human beings, and I'm not taking up for them. What do you say? Playing devil's advocate? I'm just saying, like, I'm playing in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, similar to the jobs I work, I go to different plants and stuff, and 9 times out of 10, the plant is in not the best of the areas, but it's generally like, you know, refinery towns are kind of like the older parts of town, and the people who work there almost never live in that city, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they go there, they go to work, and they go home. All I'm saying is the people who are in charge of that system and the water and all that, they probably go to work, and when they go home, they drive 45 minutes away. They don't got to deal with it. They're in another part of the city
You good, Mom?
Yeah, I'm
with
getting
clean water and stuff.
Okay, you give it. Okay.
What I'm saying is I'm also on the phone with.
So they don't really
Hold on.
think about it. They can drive an hour away.
To actually go to somebody's
Comfortable
office.
somewhere else.
Okay.
Now we need to be going to somebody's
Okay.
office.
What time do you think you're gonna be getting back?
There, somebody.
What time do you think you're gonna be getting back?
I'll let you know when I get there because I just have. It depends on when they put me in their agenda to do this.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying.
We need to
Beginning
go
to
to
end.
somebody's office.
Okay.
Especially based on what
We gotta be
you
back
just
at
said.
4. Remember?
I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but whenever you leave, that's when I'll end this,
People in the mayor.
so I can be on. Is baby awake or asleep?
She's sleeping right now.
Oh, good. I'll go until she wakes up. But I'm listening to you, brother. But here's the thing, and I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying. 100% of it makes sense. I'm all in agreement. I heard every bit of it. But here's the thing. It's an election year, and if we're not questioning that process right now, then we'll never have an opportunity to make this right. Here is the time that we have as American citizens to address that type of process. We don't want you managing our water and driving home 45 minutes. We want the type of people that are going to be in, because you know that you handle water differently when it's what, my brother? Your children drinking it. Actually, watch this, my brother. When I had the ability to get up and go to work and not deal with this face on, man, it was actually manageable. All I had to do is come home, get my gym bag, and go to Planet Fitness. I'm fine. But now that I'm coming, it's just like, bro, like, no. And that's the reason that people are up in their arms. It's because they may work downtown, but this ain't where they live. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, that's why we're going to address this, and we're not going to have the surface level debate about it. We're not going to talk about whether the water is clean. Yeah, that's the obvious part of this discussion. But the real root of this is, why do these people get to manage our water? That's the real debate that we need to have.
So you need to find people who actually live in the city who are going to care about it like it's their own home.
But I don't know where and how we lost that. I don't know how and where we lost that. I don't know how and where we lost that. And I don't know why we aren't asking for that during the asking time. You feel me? Like, okay, if you are a drinker, you're going to get one more at last call. If you're a drinker, when they say last call, you're going to go get you one more. If you're going to. Talk to me.
You gonna get 2 of them.
Okay. So my thing is, why aren't we asking for the top shelf, help me Holy Ghost, Hennessy with Chambord with a little sour? I'm talking about my past life.
It costs too much. It costs too much money.
But I'm saying, why aren't we asking for the best thing during the time that we should be at? This is my real point is, if we don't ask now, who knows when we'll be back at this opportunity to really ask for it. And so my thing is, I don't want to have from here on. I don't want to. If we're talking about who the mayor is going to be and who the governor is going to be, I don't want. I'm because of this. I'm gonna let you know straight up for the record. Because of this, I'm over the surface level BS conversations y'all trying to have. We want to talk about why these people that live outside of our city get to manage our water. That's the debate now. Why? And what mayor and what governor is going to undo this? Because this ain't cool. This ain't cool. We don't bathe out of gallon jugs in world-class cities. You do that in the villages in Costa Rica. I trust the water in the DR more than come on, man. No disrespect to the Dominican South America. I'm not. That's not my. You get my point.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
But I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to charge this phone and get back up.
That's fine.
It was good talking to you, brother.
All right, man, bro. I'll talk to you soon, boss.
All right.
All right. I just think that it's. I think it's wrong. I'm looking at a notice. Like, bro, water is. And he raised, the young lady that was from the office raised a great point. It's like the idea or the custom or the this whole idea, this whole narrative that like we're gonna just start using the water again because it's clear, like that's those days are over with. No. You're gonna come on the news. You're gonna hold a press conference. You're gonna let it be known on your Instagram, since that's where you're posting everything else. You're gonna talk to the people like we've got intelligence, especially when it pertains to our human rights. I gotta call. What's his name? Domingo. The water guy. See if he can come up here and say something. God bless his heart. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to get on and have a conversation about what's going on here, and I want to have a conversation about what's being propagated and what the real life experience has been for the everyday Detroiter. And I also want to speak truth to power in that we will not and cannot continue to have the surface level conversations about what is really the issue. Like, we got to get to the heart of the matter. We got to address the real issues. We should be managing our own water. We should not be in the Great Lakes Water Authority because we have the water.
We need to make a flyer, to have a meeting here, to put on the elevator, the citizens for about the water.
Good. Great. Great. Thank you for that, Mom. Thank you for that. You about to leave right now, right?
Yeah, I'm about to leave.
Okay. I'll add the date. I'll update the date on Canva, and then I'll go down and print it.
Yeah.
Whenever you get back, or whenever she wakes up.
Yeah.
Whenever she wakes up, I'll take her down there. Okay, I'll do that.
And then if you send it to me, then when I'm on my way back, I can print it when I...
Okay, I'll do that then. Okay. Nevertheless, all right. So, yeah, let's have the conversations that are about how we're really going to address the root cause of the challenges that we're facing. Once again, my name is Whitney Clark. I am a write-in candidate for Detroit City Council here in the great city of Detroit, Michigan. Now listen, with everything that I have just said, this is a great city. But it's only going to walk in, that greatness is only going to come to fruition as a result of everyday people like you and I stepping forward, speaking truth to power, asking the common sense questions, and insisting that the things that we know are wrong be made right. So two things can be true. I say this all the time because, I've talked to a friend that, as you get to this age, God has blessed me to be 36. And so when you get to this age, by and large, everybody needs to lose 10 pounds. In their mind, everybody wants to lose 10 pounds, right? And I tell people whenever we're talking and they're kind of criticizing their own weight and blah, 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 I say that, if you are 300 pounds and you are not going to the gym, then you're fat. You're overweight. Right? Depending obviously on your metrics. If I'm 5'7" and a half, and if I get to 300 pounds, heaven forbid, that would make me, let me not talk about anyone else, right? I'm talking about myself. I would be fat at 300 pounds. If I was 300 pounds and that was it, then I would be fat. But if I was 300 pounds and actively in the gym, dieting, exercising, mental health, church, doing all the things that get you, to whoever, to the best version of yourself, right? If I was 300 pounds, but doing something to work and change that, then I could proclaim that I was in shape. It would make the most sense for me to proclaim that I will in one day manifest what it is that I am actively working towards. So that is what I'm saying. The city is in horrible shape, but it is still a great city as a result of what you're going to do. And if you, everyday, ordinary people, don't do anything, then you're right. The city's not great. It's dead, it's done. It is what it appears to be. But if we, everyday people, continue to come together, speak truth to power, and insist that the powers that be make those things that are wrong right, and if they refuse to do so, we vote them out. If we do that, then what we're looking at is still the promised land. I believe that. And the only reason that those two truths are real and legitimate in my spirit is because of what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's all. And that's not a judgment thing. That's not a finger pointing thing. That's a get in the game thing. That's a join us thing. That's a pitch in thing. That's a share thing. It's a new world. You can give me money or you can just give me a share. It's a new day. But what are you doing to change what you see? That's all. That's what this comes down to. I gotta turn Gracie's corner out. But I do know my ABCs.
Oh, she's awake now.
All right. She's up.
Hey, girl. Hey. She'll probably call back. Oh yeah, today that was confirmation.
We're still on, I'm about to just close out, but I just want to let you know we're still.
That's fine. Hearing the property manager's perspective was confirmation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to be raising.
More saying, yeah. Alrighty, you guys, we're out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for a little while. This is Rielle. Her face is broken out in large part because the water.
Not in large part.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was just one of my politically correct terms. Her face is not breaking out in large part because of the water. Her face is breaking out because of the water. So, whatever. Hey, but listen, we want families here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Not that they can't trust their water. Love you. Be safe. You don't want families here. It's like you're on a curve to the next level. But it's the first car. Like you're turning up to the next level, Mom. You're walking up the second incline. Yeah. You know, like where those little gates are. The gates on the second level that we want, but they're always up now. But they, yes. If you're walking towards that, our car is the first one on that right side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what. Listen, Exhibit A. You get a peach because you want to go. You know, have a healthy snack. You know, the food that we eat by God's grace, by and large, is, you know, all pretty much, you know, let me not lie, say all. I got chips in there. This guy's a liar. No, but predominantly, like, no joke, like, we're, like, let me say it this way. Love you. We're a cooking family, for sure. Hey, leave the other key.
Which one?
The other one. Do you know where it is? I don't see it right there. I don't imagine I'm going far, but I might take, you know.
It's in,
Just as long as you can just put it out in the visible space. Anywho, what I'm saying, you guys, is Lord, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before you brought that beauty back in here? Oh, yeah. When you don't have water, and that it's like I get what people mean when they say, look at that. I get what people mean when they say, like, human right, because it's something that is like, it's such a necessity that you really almost can't even live. Almost can't even live life without, you know, not, you know. And God bless the people that have come up in different parts of the world.
You can.
Okay, I don't, but okay.
I'm leaving my backpack here.
Okay. Thank you so much. Love you. Be safe. You know, God bless those people who didn't grow up in the States, but you know, like, this isn't a thing for us, yo. Like, this isn't a, you know, like. Anyway, I'm going to run you guys. God bless you. Whitney Clark. I am a write-in candidate for Detroit City Council District 5. If you want more information about my platform, my motivation for running, and my constantly, I'm going to call her right back. My sister Iris. If you want more information about my platform, please look that up at Whitney Clark FOR Detroit.com. That is Whitney Clark CLARKE FOR for Detroit.com. Okay? You're gonna spell for FOR, not the number 4. .com. That's where you'll look up and find more information. Put my name into YouTube. You see me here. These are the platforms that you see me on: TikTok, YouTube, the likes of which, right? Whitney Clark for Detroit, to see more of the content that we're pushing out, more of the things that we are speaking truth to power about, and more of the questions that we are ensuring that these elected officials who want these promotions are going to speak truth to power about as well, because these things will be addressed in a way that creates change and really improves the quality of life for the people that live here in the city. And that's across the board, seriously, across the board. So love you guys, peace, and yes, my baby needs real water, fresh water. All right, you guys, see you later.